Hello, and thank you for stepping into the classroom with Kai. Hi, I'm Kai, and this is the classroom. Today I'm going to be helping you tune your guitar. Now, I'm assuming because you're watching this video that you already know how to tune a guitar, because why else would you be watching a tutorial on tuning your guitar? So I'm going to assume that you have a guitar tuner, that you have instructions, that you've employed the guitar tuner to tune your guitar. Now that you're finished tuning your guitar, we're going to go into how to tune, with all due respect, special guitars like this one. It's special. This guitar can make any sound, well, at least a lot of sounds, that a normal guitar can make, and it can also make more different sounds than most guitars make. It's a special guitar, and yeah, that's right. And I mean, it's purple. I mean, you can't go wrong with purple. It can make sounds like this. Ah, that's a wonderful, wonderful sound. So with tuning a guitar like this, it's important not to get too stuck on your E, A, D, G, B, E tuning scheme that you would typically have tuned your guitar to, and which your guitar is now currently tuned to, since you know how to tune a guitar. And just a quick refresh on that E, A, D, G, B, E tuning scheme. You use these thingamablobbers to change the tune of the strings to those said notes, and if you don't have an actual tuner, you can use something like a pitch pipe app, etc. Another instrument that you know is in tune, or whatever, to get your sounds that you can match it to. Now, with a guitar like this, you're going to progress beyond that normal, the normally recognized or accepted way of doing things. You're going to tune these based on the chords you'll be playing. Now, with a lot of normal guitars, you can just come up here to the 4th fret or the 5th fret. It doesn't really matter. It's one of them. And on the lower string, the next string lower, and you can get the approximate sound of the next string higher of what it should sound like. Say, if you had just an E, you could tune the E string, and then from there you could go, and you could find A, and you could do the same thing there, and find D, and do the next thing there, and find G, and then you come back to the 3rd, just because they wanted it to be, why did they do that to us? Anyways, come back to the 3rd fret, and that would give you a B. Come back up to the 4th fret, that'd give you an E, approximately. But with a guitar like this, you don't have to go to you don't have to tune like that or know any of those tricks, and they will not be helpful, because with this specific guitar, if you bring it up to the 4th fret on the E string, it is not going to be an A under any circumstance, unless you tune this string so it's not an E when you start. So if you want it to be an A up here, you're going to have to forget about having an E when it's open. So it should be pretty easy to get right. But with this guitar, if you want this to be a C, you would apply the same principle and not be stuck on it being an A when it's open. There could potentially be limitations, of course, but we don't want to be thinking about limitations. We don't want to, hinder our creativity or hurt anyone's feelings. So we're going to just quickly brush through this. So you would play whatever chords you wanted to play. Say, like, if you're going to play a C and an F and a G, then you would say, well, I want this. You would decide if you want to tune this string at a C or at a B, perhaps, and you would tune based on that using your pitch pipe, guitar tuner, other instrument, whatever. You just wing it, and or you could. You don't have to go into that kind of detail. If this sounds good to you, you can just run with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no right way to tune a guitar such as this. There's just really is no wrong way. I mean, there's no wrong way, yeah. So I'm gonna tune these strings so that while I'm playing this chord, they're gonna sound a little different from this. Then you have to also, with a guitar like this, you have to decide how hard you're going to be pressing down on the strings, because if you just barely push it to the fret, it'll make a sound. But then if you push it beyond that, push it with excessive force, it will change the tune. To further complicate it, if you are doing bar chords, then the same string is going to have pressure on two different places, which will further adjust the tone of the string. For instance, or if I'm pushing hard with this one to begin with, do you see? So you have to decide what kind of chords you're going to be playing. So I'll retune this guitar and see you later, because this is going to be a C, and this is going to be a D, E, C, E, and so forth. You just figure out what the string should be tuned to for the chord and tune it. I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, now that you've tuned your guitar appropriately according to what you're going to be playing, we're going to show you how much better it sounds. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. See how much better that sounds? Then you just want to remember to retune it before you transition to your next song. You may start playing and it will sound like this. So, I mean, there you go. You have the basics on tuning special needs guitars. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you in the classroom with Kai. Please join us again soon.